Are we alone?
I mean, people were coming from all across the country to do this and to show their support and their desire to have the show continue. And the full-page ads in the LA Times and New York Times. The greatest fans, the most committed fans that I can ever imagine for a TV show, or even the genre itself. They watch all sorts of sci-fi shows, and they're very vocal in their support. And I was seriously humbled by it.
Fan base was Roddenberry's secret weapon. Among the very first Trekkies were Bijo and John Trimble.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Determined to keep the show on air, they spearheaded Roddenberry's campaign.
Star Trek was very different from any other show that came along. Here was a show that they were going to turn around and cancel. No. That really annoyed me. I think we had a moral prerogative not just to save the show, but to let these networks know that the public had an opinion.
You know, and it's good I think it's good for the network and the studio to see these people and their disappointment over the decision that's been made. Because people do feel something about this.
By being here, I'm saying that young women do watch Star Trek. Stereotype is no longer what it used to be, and that science fiction is one of the most important things we have as entertainment.
We discovered that Paramount had bags and bags of mail that they had never told the Star Trek offices about. Getting access to the mail bags was fairly easy. Gene Roddenberry wrote a memo to them and said they're authorized to do this.
Using the addresses from the mailbags, Bijo and John then sent out letters to the fans, asking them to put pressure on NBC. Other die-hard fans took a more radical approach.
I had a friend of mine, who was vice president of NBC. They gave out his phone number. It got too much. NBC contacted me and said, you got to call off these people. I said, I'm not doing it.
Letters and phone calls weren't enough. Turning up the heat, Roddenberry then mobilized his Trekkie troops, encouraging over 500 to march on NBC.
It was about half serious and half light. But they had a good day, and Gene did join them. He was supposed to be incognito, but come on, he stood something like 6'3". The fans just loved it. They bragged about that for a long time.
It was a full-fledged campaign. How to get NBC to do it through embarrassment, pressure, whatever. And NBC finally said, okay.
NBC executives decided to bow down to public pressure and committed to another 24-episode Star Trek season.
NBC announced on air that Star Trek would be picked up for a third season. Put a stop to all this angry energy that was coming out. Okay, we're going back for a third season.
And when we heard, yes, we're going to get a third season, yes!
Thanks to Roddenberry's determination and his tenacious Trekkies, Star Trek returned to the airwaves in the autumn of 1968.
He did a great job of organizing the energy that was available with the Star Trek fans. Star Trek was never very popular in numbers, but the following that we had was intense.